Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Tuesday Bible series with Auntie Buki. If today is your first time joining me, my name is Adebukola Akonu, but I love to be called Auntie Buki, and I'm glad you are here with me today. It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday Bible series, and I'm glad you are here with me. So last lesson we talked on the story of the Tower of Babel, how the whole world moved from speaking one language to so many languages. Today we are going to talk about the story of Abram. The call of Abraham is the title of today's lesson. The call of Abraham. But before we go into the story of Abraham, I wanted you to take note of something. Before the flood, people really lived long. Methuselah was the oldest to live in the Bible, and he died at the age of 969. He was the son of Enoch. Do you remember Enoch? Enoch was the man that I talked about previous lessons. I said God took him. He walked with God, and it was enough because God took him. That means he did not experience death. So his son was Methuselah. Now, do you still remember let's have a recap. Do you still remember the names of the three sons of Noah? Do you still remember it? So let's say it together. Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Yes, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. An event was recorded about Ham after the flood in the Bible. Ham's father, Noah, planted a vineyard. So from that vineyard, he made wine from the vineyard. So the wine he made was alcoholic. So the Bible recorded that he took from it and he became drunk. So he was drunk and he slept naked in his tent. Alcohol is an hard drug. Alcohol is an hard drug. What is an hard drug? An hard drug is any drug capable of affecting your physical and psychological states. Anything that can affect your reasoning, anything that can affect the way you think negatively, mostly is caused by hard drug. So alcohol here is an hard drug because after he took it, he slept naked. On a normal day, he wouldn't have done that because anybody could come into his tent. So Ham came into his father's tent, and saw his father lying down naked on the floor. He has seen his father's nakedness. The first thing Ham was supposed to do was just cover his father's up. But no, he made mockery of his father. He called Shem, he called Japheth and said, come and see daddy. Look at him. We've told him to stop taking it. I'm just making this up. We've told him to just stop taking alcohol. Look at what he has done to himself. But Ham and Japheth did not do like Shem and Japheth did not do like Ham. They didn't even want to see their father's nakedness, so they walked backward with a blanket and covered their father up. As a child of God, can you cover your friend's nakedness? Nakedness can, in this sense I'm talking of, should actually not be that, he's not wearing anything. No, it could be he has a deficiency. It could be he has a weakness. It could be he has a deformity that people will laugh at. But it tells you, okay, let me use an illustration. What if your friend has dyslexia? Dyslexia is the inability not to be able to read. And your friend tells you, instead of you helping him to cover your friend's nakedness, what you do is find a way to help him move from that learning disability. But you find some other people, they start calling people, go and give her a novel to read. Ask her to read a word. She cannot read it. She does not know how to read. That is behaving like Ham. You're supposed to cover your friend, your family, your brother, everyone close to you. You're supposed to cover their nakedness. So Shem and Japheth covered their father's nakedness. When Noah woke up, he heard of what Ham did to him, and he was not happy. He was not happy with his son. He wasn't happy. So he cursed Ham. And the curse was on Canaan, his son. So he cursed Ham, and the curse was on Canaan, his son. He said, this is what he said. He said, your son Canaan will be the lowest of the relative. That means Canaan will be the lowest of all his relatives. All his cousins, his brothers, Canaan will be the lowest. That was the cost Noah placed on Ham. Maybe Canaan was his favorite child. Who knows? So Abraham was. So we are going to talk about the descendants of Shem, and Abraham was the descendant of Shem. So Abraham, but after the flood, remember I talked about how people lived long, but after the flood, people started the lifespan of people started falling drastically. But because Noah lived over 900 years, like 930 something years, Shem lived 600 years. The Bible recorded that Shem lived 600 years. Sarah, who was Abraham's father, lived 205 years. The reason is found in Genesis chapter 6 verse 3. When God saw the evil of men, Genesis chapter 3 verse 6 says, when God saw the evil of men, he said, my spirit will no longer strive with man forever, and his days will be 120 years old. Sarah, Abraham's father, had 3 sons. Abram, Nahor, and Aram. What's the name of the 3 sons of Abraham's father, Terah? Abram, Nahor, and Aram. Aram was the father of Lot. You must have heard the story before. That's Lot is who? Abraham's cousin. So Abram was the father of Lot. One day, the Bible recorded that Terah took his son Abram, who is Abram's wife. Sarah, yes, took his wife, and so that means Terah took Abram his son's wife Sarah, and his grandson Lot. Yes, Lot. They were heading to the land of Canaan. But when Terah got to the land of his son Aram, he settled there with his son Abram, Sarah, and Lot. And Terah remained in that land till he died. The Bible, look at it. He was heading to the land of Canaan. But immediately he got to his son's land, he said he's not going. He settled there till he died. So after a while, God called Abram and instructed him to leave his father's house. That means to leave where? Haran. And go to the land he will show him. The command came with a blessing. God said, I will make thee a great nation. I will bless you. Did you hear it? God said what? I will make thee what? A great nation. I will bless you and make you famous. And you will be a blessing to others. I will bless those that bless you and curse those that curse you. All the families of the earth will be blessed through you. Let me repeat this blessing. God said, I will make you a great nation. I will bless you and make you famous. You will be a blessing to others. I will bless those that bless you, and I will curse those that curse you. Abraham didn't hesitate. No, he didn't even say, what am I going to do? I'm going to leave my father's house. No, Abraham did not say that. Immediately he heard God, and he knew it was from God. He just took the command and he moved. He had no idea where he was heading, but he chose to believe and do as God told him. Do we believe God when God tells us things? Do we accept God's command when even if it was not pleasing, even if it's not pleasing to us? How many of you can do what Abraham did? You don't know where you are heading to. You don't even have an idea where God is taking you to. And just make a command. God said, go to the land I will show you. And you did that. That was what Abraham did. So there are lessons I want us to take from this chapter. We must learn to hear God call and follow his lead. We must believe God's promises. We must worship God. You must worship God in any way. So something actually happened after God called Abram. He was going to the land of Canaan, and God told Abram there, this is the land I will give you and your descendants. That's land of Canaan. Immediately, Abram heard it. He didn't ask God, how will you give me this land? No, he didn't even question God. He worshipped God there. And he believed God. So I'm going to stop here today. We'll continue from this lesson next week. But there's something I want you to remember. Don't be a scornful. Don't be someone that laughs at people. Don't be somebody that is always ready to shame people. Be somebody that is ready to help people when they are having issues. Be somebody that when you learn to listen to God, be someone who is prayerful. Be a child that is prayerful, that can hear God when God speaks. Thank you for staying through today. Until I come your way next week, stay blessed and do have a nice week. Bye.